Hey folks, it's Brad from B&T Catfishing Adventures. Today we're going to discuss whether line rattles actually can help you catch more fish. Stick around. Okay folks, well, as many of you know, rattles have been used for a long time to catch other fish. Bass is an excellent example. They'll use rattles, they'll slip them into plastic worms and so on and so forth, or they'll tie some rattles to the line to make that vibration to attract more fish. Now, there is a difference when we're talking about bass, trout, catfish, and so on. Most fish do not have the hearing range, decibel level, of a catfish. Now, the thing that makes the catfish kind of distinct, most all fish actually hear through vibrations made in the water. Now, that will hit their body and send a signal to them, and that's how they hear. Now, the thing about catfish is they have something attached to their swim bladder that goes directly to the inner ear of the catfish. So their decibel level that they pick up is much greater than some of these other fish. Now, with that being said, does that actually cause the fish to bite more when they're hearing these vibrations? Well, there's a lot of companies out there that think so. And many of you guys know that this past year have decided to test this theory out. So on one of my rigs, I set up two identical rigs. I call them my twins. Many of y'all know that on these particular rods. But on one of them, I have a line rattle, specifically to find out the results of if they help catch more fish than a rod rigged without one. So we're going to find out. On the market today, they have all kinds of different rattles out there, line rattles that go directly on there, and then they have the floats, zero spooks out there, or now they're called demon dragons, that are actually floats, and they are usually used in Santee Cooper rigs to help float your bait up off the bottom of the water while your sinker holds the line down. But this floats your bait up just off the bottom and hopefully right in front of the fish's face there, and hopefully to entice them to hook up. But whether it's that rattle or your line rattle, do they help catch more fish? Well, like I said, we have decided to test this theory ourselves, and I hooked this up, and I've been using it. Every time I re-rig, I put a line rattle on one of my rigs to test this theory out between those two rods. Now, I'm running the exact same baits, fishing basically pretty much in the same area and so on. So does this work? Well, now folks, I'll be honest, this isn't a scientific study, and we haven't caught thousands of fish at this point yet that we can claim on these rods like that. But we have caught a significant number of fish between the two rods. Now, did the line rattle make a difference? Well, I'm going to say in my case, what I have found is that this rod does catch more fish with this line rattle on versus the one that does not. Now, what is the number in that? I'm going to say the increase is probably maybe 10 to possibly 15% more catches with this versus the one without. So is that extreme numbers? Absolutely not. But if you're a fisherman out there that is a competitor and you're looking to catch more fish, or you're in much rougher conditions trying to catch fish, or where it's extremely cold and the fish are sluggish, they're not moving as much, and you need to get that little bit of edge, that extra 10 to 15% may be what you need to help you out on that given day. So I'm going to say they do work. As far as whether it's a great percent or not, I haven't found it to be extremely an extreme advantage, but it is an advantage. And anytime you go fishing, you're looking to find an advantage. Folks, that is my results of what I have found over the last year using these rattles. And I hope my testing brings you a little bit more insight in those. I will tell you though, now some people are still trying to fish old style, and they're trying to fish on the bottom. So if you put a rattle on and you throw your rig, let's say you're using a Carolina rig, and you go directly to the bottom, well, that rattle's laying on the bottom of the water down there, and it's not doing anything. There's no movement there. Okay, a lot of times these rigs are being drug, or they're on Santee Cooper rigs, or they're being suspended where the waves, the current and stuff will continuously make a noise. But if you're fishing on the bottom and that rattle is just laying there, don't expect it to give you any help, because it's just not happening. Guys, I hope that tip helps as well. You guys have a fun day. Be sure to subscribe and hit the like button if you found this beneficial. We'll see you soon out on the water.